What is up, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. Now that I have brought another SRT4 on the channel, the old SRT4, the one that I started the channel with, gets brought up a lot. Some people still don't know what happened to that car, and there's some myths about that car that I want to cover in this video. So I've seen a couple people in the comments that are upset that I got rid of that car. They're just now, I guess, finding out about it, and they wish that I still had that one. And I want to cover a couple things about that car that may not be known. First of all, I did make a video kind of explaining what I did about it, and I misspoke. We did not sell that car. We got in a position where we needed a better car. We couldn't go out and just buy one. We kind of got in a financial situation. So we traded it for a built 300C. Had a lot of work done to it. It's a bigger car. It was more of a family car. But it was still a modified car. I've always had modified cars. I love them. And very high horsepower. It was at the low end of 5, upper end of 400 horsepower. It was pretty groovy. And I was really excited. Somebody wanted to trade me for that because my SRT, here's some of the myths. My SRT was not as clean as it looked, guys. In the video where we took it to Import Alliance, I think that was 2017. I made the video, the SRT4 made it to Import Alliance. The car wash scene in that video was about the cleanest that car ever was. We had somebody not spray paint, but repaint it, and it wasn't supposed to originally stay black. It was actually supposed to become Nighthawk blue. We had talked to the guy; he was doing $600 specials, repainting whole cars. I guess he gotten kind of a financial bind himself, and he was doing cheaper paint jobs, trying to get them in and out. It was just single stage. It was not good paint that he was using, and we had talked to him. Me and Mickey D. Guy seemed like a really good guy. And, we kind of hit it off when we went down there. He said, man, I told him, I just want the hood, both fenders and the front bumper and the roof painted. And then a couple places on the trunk touched up. He said, oh, man, we can't do that. He found that I had a YouTube channel. I wasn't a big YouTube channel, but he wanted to paint the whole car. And I really wasn't interested in that. Excuse me. Allergies still kicking in. And, so we agreed to paint the whole car Nighthawk black. It was going to be 2 weeks. He said he'd have it back in 2 weeks. Well, come 3 weeks, I just checked in on the car. I understand sometimes things go over schedule. Come 4 weeks, checking in on the car. And the sunroof in the SRT4 was not an SRT4 sunroof. I don't know what car it came out of. Steve Miller in Kannapolis, North Carolina, that parts out. That owner of Miller Import Parts that you can get any SRT4 DSM part from. I asked him, he looked at it, he'd never seen it. Nobody had ever seen it. It looked like they took it out of a different vehicle and put it in the SRT. And it leaked all the time. So while this car was waiting to get painted, it snowed. And I'm sitting here thinking, this thing's in a freaking flood. It's raining. It stayed in a building with me. I wasn't too worried about it. So, I started looking this guy up because he started kind of, not replying to my messages. I was kind of bothering him, to be honest with you. And come to find out, he had destroyed a bunch of people's cars, like messed their paint up, done like body modifications, but come to find out he had used like filler foam that you'd use to fill like holes in your house where rats come in and stuff. And I'm a little worried now. Like we're trying to get this thing ready for Import Alliance, and he could drastically just mess up, destroy the way my car looks. So I get on there, and, now that he's not even wanting to reply to me, I'm kind of wondering, like, is he trying to take my car? Now, I never insisted that he stole vehicles. I'm just going to be completely honest. I had got on a Facebook thing. People were talking about it. I said, has he ever stolen a vehicle? Is this something, I didn't ask if it was something that I needed to be concerned about. I just asked a simple question. Everybody's like, no, but he's really messed up people's cars. Cool. 3 days later, he sends me pictures where he's prepping the hood, prepping the fenders, and starting to lay down some spray. He says your car will be ready by the end of the week. We have a pretty decent conversation back and forth via Messenger. We're good to go. Friday, or whatever day that was, there's a video where me and Mickey D go pick up the car, and I don't video this. So we show up to pick up the car. I'm videoing with YouTube, and all I hear him say, no, we're not doing that, bro. And he flips out on me. And I didn't have enough time to respond to this. And anyway, we're over there talking, He pulls a firearm out on us, and he brings up the comment that I had asked on Facebook. Said, I never badmouthed you. I never did anything wrong. I asked a simple question. I said, this is your fault because you quit replying to me. You just completely, more or less, somewhat ghosted me in the middle of this transaction. You know, why wouldn't I ask some questions? I don't know who you are, and everything I'm finding out about you is things that I wouldn't want someone in the possession of my car to be, or things that I wouldn't want to find out about that person. And we cool it down, we get the car loaded, and we get out of there. And I didn't video any of that. I wish I would have. It would have made for a fantastic YouTube video since I survived. But he did a terrible job on the paint. There was all kinds of dirt and bits in it. I did do a little short video where I said, poor SRT4. I kind of show you, but the camera doesn't do it justice. It really doesn't. When we were at Import Alliance, and I'm being dead honest, there was people trying to find me because of the SRT. They thought it was a really good looking car. It was stupid clean. And it was from 50 to 100 foot away. And then I remember talking to a guy at one of the meets. He's like, man, this car is so clean. I've heard there was a really clean black SRT down here. Whoa, man, what's going on with the roof of your car? And I'm like, what do you mean? He's like, the paint's really bad. And that was from that guy. It just became a big old ordeal. So my SRT never had a headliner in it because of the sunroof, not being from an SRT. I did go down in that one video to pull apart, and I got a headliner to the a neon, which should have fit an SRT4. My SRT4 now, it would fit it because it has an SRT4 sunroof, but that one didn't. We were actually contemplating drilling out spot welds and putting a slick top on it, but we never did anything like that. But I never enjoyed that car. I never really enjoyed it. If I wasn't making a video with it, most of the time I had nothing to do with it. When I didn't like the car, I worked all the time. I worked 7 days a week, which I work a lot now with my business too. And, you know, the days that I had off, I wanted to work on the car, but trying to dig up that enthusiasm. And I love doing YouTube, but what a lot of people don't see is when we do YouTube, a 10-minute modification can turn into an hour because we got to video every little thing. We want you guys to enjoy it. We don't want you to sit down and, you know, all right, guys, I'm going to install it. Hey, I'm back. We installed this. That's not a video that anybody wants to watch. Let's just be honest. I mean, I may make YouTube videos, but I watch YouTube just as much as anybody else. Actually, I watch just about nothing but YouTube. So that was the story of that car. I never really made much about the 300C. After the 300C, there was another SRT4 that was the cleanest one I've ever had. Like, it was absolutely perfect. The guy had messed with some hoses and created, he messed up the boost solenoid or something, or rerouted something wrong, and it wasn't boosting right. If I remember right, I got that fixed. I put all 4 slicks on it, or I put slicks in the front, skinnies in the back, sat here in the driveway. The slicks wind up going flat, wind up realizing I just didn't care nothing about it. Never even tried getting it legal. It was in my name, but I never got a tag or title, or I did get the title, never got a tag, or never drove it. And I wound up just selling it. And I sold it for nothing. Like, I gave it away, which was kind of stupid, but I did that. And, you know, I don't even know that I regret that, to be quite honest with you. There was some lessons learned and all that. That's why I kind of cherish now the new DSM we picked up and the SRT4, and the fact that y'all haven't seen this, but for the past 10 years, I've been trying to get a shop like that. Like, that was life goals for me, and I've got it. We're going to put a 2-post lift in there and just pray to God nothing goes wrong and we lose it. Financially, like, we are perfect. And I'm not trying to brag. I'm just saying, like, for the first time in my life, we're perfect. Couldn't be any better. I mean, I guess you could always be better, but, like, we're doing great. And just right now, I'm trying to hold all that together, which is the most stressful thing, because when you have something to lose, it's scary. When you have nothing to lose, it's oddly enough like the most peaceful thing in the world. But it's weird how that works. But we are making a choice to let go of one of the cars that I have in my possession. There'll be a video about that soon. I guess it'll be a big video. I don't know. Tune in. It's not what you think. And I'll probably be dropping that in the next week or so. But it's just one that we don't feel like keeping with us. And yeah. But anyway, those are a couple myths about the SRT4. I just don't think a lot of people knew that. We threw like a little meet near one at my hometown, and a couple people came out, and like I think you could kind of see when they showed up, like this is not the car I thought it was on YouTube. Like, it was clean, don't get me wrong, but it wasn't like, at that point, the paint had a lot of wear on it too. A lot more than it did when I made the Atlanta video. Just that paint was garbage. Man, it was garbage. Like, it was garbage single stage paint, which I think I only paid $250 for him to paint the bumper, the hood, both fenders, and the roof, and clean up some of the trunk. So to be quite honest with you, I did pretty good. Like, it wasn't bad. You know, Mako couldn't have done it for that. Mako wouldn't have done it for that. But yeah, it's been the video. Just wanted to kind of clear that up. Those questions kind of got me, and I'm like, I need to kind of cover some bases here. Anyways, guys, this has been the video. Make sure you hit subscribe. Got some just stupid awesome stuff coming up. And we'll catch you guys on the next one.